This is day 84, and I am reporting live from inside the fig tree. So I'm just doing a bit of a panoramic view. I might have to... I'm doubling back and just doing 2 rotations. And then you can also see we're not too high up, but I'm off the ground. I'm sitting in the tree, and it's a wonderful place actually, a lot of shade. Although we do have some clouds now. It's been sunny for most of the morning, but there are clouds now. So yeah, this is day 84. And it's basically the last day of the 12-week journey. And I started off with the beginning of figs, and I ended inside the fig tree. And I am literally inside the tree, but I would say that if I had to describe the journey of the last 12 weeks overall, it can also be understood and described as moving into this tree, specifically this tree, but in another sense, moving into the life of the plants that I've been living with for all of this time. So that's something that I think has been really outstanding about this journey. Oh, Chaucer is now crying at the door because again he thinks that I'm inside and he doesn't realize that I'm outside. So I do note that he's crying. I'll see if I can get his attention. Hold on. Jossie. Well, so maybe he has heard my voice now, and I hope that he thinks that he doesn't have to cry anymore. But of course, as soon as I leave the tree, I'm going to go and take care of him. But yes, I think it's worth saying that the last 12 weeks have been a journey of moving away from social media, from news media, and from just screen time in general. So I'm actually still on this journey of maximizing the time that I spend away from screens. So that includes like my computer screen and my phone screen, and I've really gotten my time in a good place. So like I'm way more offline and off screen now than ever before, but I still have a little more work to do. So still a lot more tweaking. So, and then another thing that was very helpful was for me to just take in the tree. Like I've been observing this tree for weeks, and I think I've been observing it such that I've sort of somewhat internalized it, so that imagining the tree has actually become a very deep habit of mine. So it's actually very easy for me to summon this tree in my imagination whenever I feel like it, and that has been an incredible experience, and it's an incredible happening, and it's I hope that it's actually just the beginning of many forms of imagination internalization, if that's the best way to describe it. I hope that this is the first of many trees and plants that I come to have a relationship with in this way. I haven't exhausted fig, so this tree is called Fig. I definitely haven't exhausted our relationship, but I have a really great model for knowing how to begin to build a relationship with plants, with a single tree. Um, of course, there's so much more to be said about this, but I hope the broad outlines make sense. I should add that I have undertaken this entire exercise, or set of exercises, in what I consider to be an entirely materialist vein. So very embodied and very material. I just have just an abundant enthusiasm for the life of plants. Of course, I also have enthusiasm for non-human animals, for all animals. But this particular journey was very special for my getting closer to plants. I think what I had when I started this journey was, a much longer history of experiences of proximity to animals. I think I've always known better how to relate to animals than I've known how to relate to plants. I really had, before coming down to Albania, and certainly before starting this journey, I really had like zero, almost no experience with really deeply relating to any plant. I think I was just sort of objectifying plants the way I think so many of us do. They were sort of just part of the backdrop out there, and I had all sorts of like cliches that I was using to just make sense of them. They were just very remote and almost ornamental. And I'm not pretending to have, better words and phrases now. Or if they are a little better, maybe they are actually a little better, a little more precise and intimate. I don't think that they're yet where they could be. I don't think I've achieved the intricate intimacy that I hope for, but I'm glad that I've actually conceived this hope and this desire within me, and it's so strong. And I just feel like it's going to carry me uh, across years. So I would say that this 12-week journey, which I actually thought was going to be about something else entirely, ended up being about something even more wonderful than I set out for it to be. And so I'm really happy to officially conclude this 12-week journey, and I'll be starting another tomorrow. And I'll also create a separate log for that journey. But this one is wrapped up. I don't know if complete is the best word, but it's wrapped up. It's I would say that this is a wrap. I am wrapped in fig leaves, and it's good to know exactly what that means now. All right. Bless. One love.